absolutely gorgeous fall evening on the University of British Columbia campus. Perfect night for some USL soccer, and that's what we have as Orange County in town to take on the Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Hi everyone, Perry Solkowski along with Vancouver Whitecap and Canadian international David Edgar. Last game of the year for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC, David. And it gets tough. It's a gorgeous night to play, but one guy we should really watch is Brett Levis, who is really, and you know well, having rehabbed with him, looking forward to an opportunity to see how many minutes he can play after a severe injury. Yeah,
I've had the opportunity to really get to know Brett this year. He's a fantastic professional, and I've seen the work he's put into getting fit. If he can get back to where he was the back end of last season when he made his debut for the first team, then he'll be ecstatic, and I'm looking forward to seeing him, and it's a special moment.
As far as the opposition, we'll keep an eye on number 11. That's one of their strikers, Jerry Van Eyck. Here's a guy who scored only a few weeks ago when they came and played against the Vancouver Whitecaps FC at UBC. He got the game-winning goal, second on their team with 8 goals, so he looks to finish strong. And really, that would be the theme, because anytime you leave the pitch as a professional, if it's the last game of the year, I'm sure you're looking to just have confidence and look forward to the next training session, the opportunity for next season.
Yeah, it's almost got that end of the season feel to it now for both teams, especially not being able to make the playoffs. But I mean, they're still looking to improve themselves and to prove themselves for next season and to build on a season to change.
Orange County and Vancouver, that's ahead tonight at UBC Stadium.
How good is that? Lovely sunset, picturesque over the our honor. Marcos Bustos shakes the hands of the referee Darnell Smith, and we get set for what is the final USL game of the season for Whitecaps FC 2. There's your squad, 2 changes from a week ago, 8 Canadians and 4 teenagers in the lineup for Rich Fagan as he wants to end this season, which has been a tough one, on the right note. As far as the starting lineup is concerned for the visitors, it is the 10th place OCFC squad from Orange County. Take a look for Zach Kobayashi, a young man with an awful lot of ability, was over in Croatia with Dinamo Zagreb, and we talked about someone else, Jerry Van Eyck, number 11. Look for the strikers with a lot of pace. They will be a handful for the Whitecaps FC2 team to play against. This is the 3rd meeting of the season. Whitecaps have fallen in both. They lost 1-0 and then 2-1 less than a month ago. As far as their lineup, David Edgar for the hometown. Again, Myron Bevenoff for international duty, and Marco Bustos, the veteran, running things in the middle.
Yeah, again, you say a young team full of Canadians here. Really looking forward to seeing the one we pointed out before the game, Brett Levi, who making his return from an ACL. He's put in a lot of work for these moments, and he's looking to get a good shift under his belt here.
There is number 46 with Cole Seiler, a couple of the veterans, David Norman, who's really had a wonderful first season as a professional. Levi's, of course, catching the eye of so many people last year for the first team of the Vancouver Whitecaps, and then almost with just a few ticks left on the clock, really essentially on the season, hurting him himself in the final game of the year, but he is back. Played 45 minutes. You really have rehabbed with him essentially over the last 6 months, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got to know him really well over the past 9-10 months now, and he's a great kid, and he really loves the game, and he's determined to come back faster, stronger, fitter than he was before. And you know what, the coaching staff really like him, and like I say, these games are fantastic for him.
Levi's in the green boots, of course, the pride of Saskatchewan. And I would think he would probably think of exactly that. Long ball in early on. It'll be essentially a 4-3-3 formation that we will see from the visitors. As there is the aforementioned Saskatchewan native Brett Levis, looking to see how long he plays here. Left-footed on the left side. He goes back to the top pick from last year, Francis DeVries.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Brett Levi's is listening to me today. I gave him some advice just to go forward, get forward as much as you can, play with confidence. I know it takes a while to get that confidence back after a long-term injury, but he's slowly but surely getting it back, and I want to see if he'd listen to me today.
Well, I would listen to you, although maybe Rich Fagan didn't tell him to go. He's high up the pitch now. When you come back from an injury, what's tougher, a tackle or going forward and see if he can beat someone? As Levi's gets his first opportunity, looks like he's going to go inside. There it is. He does take on someone else. Is it the tackle you want first to feel you're all right?
Well, you know, I don't know yet. This is my first long-term injury that I'm currently rehabbing from, but I think what I hear about the most is the consistency, your performances after the injury. You may have one good game, 2 or 3 bad ones, and getting that consistency back is key.
Marco Bustos, right foot, he'll go to the far side. There's Devin Campbell with the shot. Campbell lets it go, the 19-year-old who's been so good in his first year. Rich Fagan telling us earlier that if there's one player who's continued to impress, it has been Terran Campbell. Just turned 19 this week.
Yeah, he's got the physical attributes of a grown man to compete in this game, in the men's game. He's really improved this season, came on leaps and bounds.
Ball played up the wing. That's Oscar Soto. Soto does well to hold on to it. Former LA Galaxy product, one of their homegrown players. It's been a tough year for Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Last year, of course, making it to the postseason. Had a great run and expected at the end, losing out in a semifinal. This year, young team playing, as mentioned. They've got themselves with 4 teenagers on the pitch again, but that's what it's about, to get some experience, and they've certainly got plenty of that.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is about development this season, especially. You've brought on players such as David Norman, and you've got a 16-year-old in Baldissimo playing right now, and he's one I'm really looking forward to seeing tonight. I haven't got a chance to see him play live in the USL, but he's someone who's got bags and bags of ability, and I know he's rated very highly here.
Wilito Fernandez with a little chip, and that is flicked on by Beaconsdale. First touch of the game for Sean Melvin, who gets the starting goal for Whitecaps FC 2, and he'll swing it out to the right, and that's where you find Port Coquitlam's Caden Chung, the 19-year-old, with his 19th start tonight. Bustos to the New Zealander, Francis de Vries. Long ball to David Norman. He'll go to the outside. There's the ball up the left side to Levi's. One-touch pass. Tried to sweep it inside. Coming in hard from the outside is Chris Irvin. Baxendale takes it back, and it's cleared out. Good early movement, ball movement in the first 3 minutes by the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Yeah, good tempo. In Orange County as well, pressing high up and pressing with speed, so good tempo to start the game.
Norman swings it to the far right. Nothing there after a couple of touches. Norman goes to the left side to Levi's. He'll go inside. It's Michael Baldissimo, number 66, one of 3 brothers in the Whitecaps residency program. Gets it back up, and if it's not there, swing it around the other way and see what they can do. Chung losing control, but Servin gets a block of that clearance from Orange County. Top of the 18, and they'll just clear it.
We talked about this game being more so building for next season for both teams as they are the postseason, but especially for the fans, and you don't want to end the season on a poor display. So I think both teams are already showing that they want to come out and win and play exciting, attractive football.
We've seen in the last game we did a few weeks ago, very open, very exciting, especially out in Langley, the second half of Whitecaps FC 2 up against Timber 2, making the trip from Portland. They've played an exciting round for the most part. The challenge has been in the final third. It's that skill to put the ball into the back of the net. It's creating and building but sometimes you need that natural goal-scoring ability. When you got young players up front, they've had some difficulties finding it.
Yeah, I mean, the game's about putting it in one end and keeping it out the other. And as you say, the Whitecaps have had, at times, trouble doing both of that.
OKC with their first real good ball possession on the far side as they move it around and contain it. They'll see if they'll swing it here the other way. A little too much work there, and they lose possession of the ball. That was Franco Oliva who lost it there. Comes back, picks up the play. Good pressure by OC, so Sean Melvin has to play it. That's a difficult ball into the corner. Nice turn there by David Norman, shielding off the ball. A little dummy, creates a little space for him. He finds the New Zealand international, and taken down is Meyer Bevan. New Zealand getting set to take on Peru in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Jordy Reyna.
Sure, there'll be some friendly banter in the change room about that if Jordy understands what Stefan's saying. I don't understand Stefan, so.
Stefan Marinovic, of course, newly acquired, been with the first team for a couple of months, New Zealand international. 3 Vancouver Whitecaps products went there. Declan Wynn, who's not in the lineup tonight, Meyer Bevan, the young striker, and Stefan Marinovic, the goalkeeper. Marinovic did get the start in that friendly against Japan. Suspect he'll get the start in the World Cup qualifier to see if he can get his nation there. Big task. Jordy Reyna, of course, making the trip for Peru, too. Swing the ball to the outside. It's Caden Chung on the outside. Gets a move. Will he get his cross in? He does. It's back far post. Linesman with the flag up, and apparently Caden Chung, as quick as he is on the right side, wasn't quick enough to get that past the line.
That's unlucky there. Caden does some good work down the right-hand side. Good play out there from Baldissimo, just keeping it ticking over, and just runs away from Caden Chung at the last second there. But good play from Whitecaps too.
Willito Fernandez goes to the far side. Overlap run. Serpent sees that one and cuts that out with good body position. Decent crowd here on hand at UBC for the final game of the season. You never know what you're going to get on this Friday the 13th in October. Rain is always a good possibility, not the situation here. Levi's pressure from James Backensdale. Long ball goes searching, but it's headed away, and here comes Orange County the other way.
Good high line there from the Whitecaps too, from Cole Seiler, and Francis DeVries just needs to show a bit more composure there. Don't think it needs to go first time. He had a lot more time than he knew.
Some space now for OC as they come out of their own end. Baxendale with the ball. He'll go backwards to Oscar Sorto. Sorto drops it back to Victor Pineda. Pineda with the goal in first game that these two clubs played. Room for Orange County, charging up the field. Ball played to what they thought was the gap, but Levi's is there. Rashawn Melvin, he'll hit it deep. Campbell giving chase to it, but after a good start, a little scrambly here as we're 10 minutes into this game at UBC Stadium. Perry Solkowski along with David Edgar. Vancouver Whitecap, Canadian international.
See Orange County here really wanting to play out. They've been obviously told to play out from the back. Both center backs comfortable on the ball and willing to take that space and drive into if they're given it. And with one up top in Meyer Bevan, he's got a difficult task of keeping them both occupied.
Levi's on the overlap. Campbell doesn't use him. Sends in a good ball. Looked like it might have been a handball. Serban kind of surprised that it got through to him. David Norman will pick it up, see what his options are. It's Levi's. Cole Seiler, hard ball in the middle. Bustos does well. Good body control. Pull it away with that sneaky left foot from the Manitoban. Won't be happy with that, but good reaction. Campbell, thinking he got fouled, didn't, so Bustos will try again, and he's got Brett Levi's on the far side. 1v1, will he wait for help? Looks like he will. Levi's with the right foot to Bustos. No one's there. Marco will wait for him to run through. There's some space here. Shot going, and it was Baldissimo with an attempt from about 25 yards out. Good control. Young Michael would like that one back, but the build-up was good from Whitecaps FC too.
Yeah, very good. It starts from Cole Seiler, a good forward pass, clean, crisp, getting it to Meyer Bevan, setting it, going wide. It's good stuff, and Bustos in the thick of it, keeping things ticking over.
3 players on loan from the first team in Bustos, Levi's, and Seiler. It'll be interesting to see what Carl Robinson does. You know, that dressing room so tight right now. A chance for Whitecaps to win the Western Conference for the first time ever in club history if they pull up with a win on Sunday against San Jose. Your rehab and your training with the guys, has it been any different this week in that locker room?
No, it's just been get our heads down, do the right things, do the things that were making us successful in terms of professionalism on and off the pitch, and you know, our fate's in our hands, and the club's the management staff is doing a very good job of keeping the boys focused and on point.
How huge was the smile of the big man from Costa Rica?
You know what? When I saw the video of that, I got shivers. I felt great for him. He's such a great guy, great in the dressing room, and you know, he's a legend in his country now.
Well, unless you score the goal to win the World Cup. As here's an opportunity here. Good ball moving by the guy we talked about early on. Pulled away, Jerry Van Vyk loses the ball to David Norman. Hard tackle there. Meyer Bevan will keep on going back to it. And this time DeVries does do the right thing with pressure. Yeah, Kendall Watson to score a goal to send his own country to the World Cup. Unless you win the World Cup, that may be as big as it gets.
I don't think he scored a bigger goal in his lifetime thus far, and you could see what it meant to him getting that yellow card. And I mean, nothing can keep your emotions in check doing that.
Extra time, yeah. I was actually surprised how lax as a center back. He didn't seem to be marked that well.
No, I mean, and he's a tough one too, Mark. But you can't give a big man like that a run, and it was pretty special, and it'll live with him for the rest of his life.
Well, I'm sure they'll see the smile when he shows up to BC Place on Sunday and hopes to have another celebration because of a Western Conference championship for the Whitecaps. Orange County try the far side again. That ball is blocked by Chris Serban. Will there be any quick transition? Not yet. Bustos does well to keep control of it. Baldissimo coming down the right side is Caden Chung. All the teenagers working with the ball. Baldissimo again. Has David Norman there, the 19-year-old. Moving it to the left. Oregon State product. Goes to the Richmond product, Campbell. Inside quickly, that's a nice one-touch pass, and there's a good ball in. Opportunity in the back of the net, it goes. Well worked by the Vancouver Whitecaps. How good was that? And they celebrated, why not? Their striker, the Kiwi from New Zealand, Meyer Bevan, finishes what was a wonderful build from the Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2.
Great goal from Whitecaps FC 2 there, and I told you, and I told Brett to get forward, and he picked his moment. I didn't think he was going to go, and he picked his moment perfect, and absolute inch-perfect cross from Meyer Bevan to do the rest. And great start, and a well-deserved goal.
That was all about the build-up, and the build-up probably took 45 seconds to a minute, exactly what you would draw up. Good movement, finding the opportunity, a wonderful cross by Saskatchewan's Brett Levi's. Meyer Bevan, who's worked very hard by himself up top in the games we've done this year, gets that opportunity and scores his 11th start, and he's got one into the back of the net for Meyer Bevan.
We were hoping for goals, and I'm still hoping for more, but you say, that was great. Meyer Bevins started that move in staying away, and then coming at the right moment to show and play out wide. First time to Brett Levi, and then has the intelligence as a striker to get into the box and get on the end of the header unmarked. Orange County will be looking at each other to see who was marking them, but
Chung with some room on the right side now. That's another good ball. Is there an opportunity? Servant thought he might be able to pull off the volley. Doesn't quite get around it. And that will go up for a goal kick.
I remember months back speaking to Rich Fagan about most of the Whitecaps' 2 goals coming from crosses, and the fact he wanted to get the ball in the box more. And I think in the last couple of games they sort of went away from that. And you see they get their joy from crosses.
Wonderful cross. Bevan did well to create himself some room. Didn't have anybody really on his shoulder or in front of him. But still, a lot of the times it's get that direct header, make sure you can knock it down towards the ground. Did exactly that. And full credit for the Whitecaps to take a 1-0 lead with that goal in the 14th minute.
On the other hand, me being a defender, I'm looking to see who was marking him, and can't be getting inside your fullback and your center back like that. I mean, it is a fantastic cross, but it needs to be marked in the 6-yard box.
Beckinsdale. Sorto. Orange County looking for some options, trying to find something. Beckinsdale with the one. Baxendale has some room. He'll hang on to it a little bit. That cross kind of gets through DeVries, blocked it a bit, so just rolls into the keeper, Melvin. He'll roll it out and see if the Whitecaps have the energy, FC2, to move forward. Outside pass, outside of the foot there by Caden Chung. Bustos has had it. Marco gets it back again. They'll look to see if they can switch things up, have some success on the left side as Levi's kind of pointing to swing it my way. It looks like they will right here. Norman decides to go up, but now that ball outside. How is Levi's speed? Pretty good there. How's his ability on the ball? Pretty impressive there. 46 keeps on cutting in. Left foot inside, didn't work for him. And then Brett goes with a little slide tackle. So if you want to watch 20 seconds to see if he's rehabbed and done it well, he showed you some effort, showed you some ball movement, showed you some aggressiveness with the slide tackle. All done by Brett Levi's.
Yeah, like that for Brett Levi's. I think he got a little bit excited ahead of himself. He was never going to get to that tackle, but showing glimpses now, isn't he? And really, I think with that cross and the assist, he's going to grow in confidence as the game goes on.
Well, it was a tough situation for him as to when he could get back in. You're in a similar one with your rehab when it's kind of near the end of the year, and what is the risk? But for him to get this final month of soccer must be massive, just to have that confidence in an off season. Yeah,
he came back from the actual knee a little while ago and came back and played us. I believe it was in Seattle or Portland. And then he had a niggling ankle and hip injury. So those things come part and parcel when you're getting back to full fitness. So it's been difficult, but he's got his head down and worked hard, and it's good to see him out of the treatment room. I'm sick of his face, to be honest. So.
Well, that's the toughest part of being an athlete. You've been a pro for a long time. For him, that's something new. I mean, really, you're dealing with last year's signing as a pro contract. Here's Bustos looking for goal number 9. Marco Bustos loses the ball on the top of the 18. Orange County looking to see if they can come up with a counter. Long ball through the middle, but Jerry Van Eyck can't turn with it.
Good defending there from Cole Seiler, getting nice and tight, nice and early, not letting the striker turn and keeping his team on the front foot.
A little too much by Baldissimo, came in hard on Van Eyck, a Netherlands product. Pineda, tackle there. Levi's in the middle of that again. David Norman just swinging around. A little bit of pressure there, but that's a nice turn on the far side by Caden Chung. He'll hang on to it and go inside to Norman again. Takes a little shoulder check. Seems to be a little room on the left side once again. Campbell runs in front of Levi's. Norman runs hard to the hole, keeps on running. Levi's with a little bit of a deft punch pass. A little short on that as it was headed away. Baxendale move it around to the middle of the park. They do exactly that. Pineda will swing it to the left side, and they'll see if they can find something on the far side again. Servant attacking the ball as Bustos with a little pressure from the inside, forcing Orange County FC to move it around one more time. Oliver. Spike doing his bit with the drum here at UBC, 21 minutes in. Perry Stelkowski along with David Edgar. And you see in the final USL game of the season for Whitecaps FC2 on a Meyer Bevan goal in the 15th minute with the assist from Brett Levi's. So what we have on the board on a 1-0 lead. Serban. Touch goes away from the first one, brings it down with the second, a little far ahead of him, but he can run into it because of space. And with more space, he keeps on going. That's a good weighted ball, or is it too much? Meyer Bevan will get there. Cross comes with it. Charlie Lyon is there to get a touch and roll it out and see if he can turn things the other way.
Yeah, good play there from Chris Serban. Good run from Meyer Bevan. It's just getting away from him, and in the end, really had nothing in the box to aim for. But good play from Whitecaps. I just want to see them get their line up a little bit quicker. I mean, the midfielders of Orange County just there, getting in space too easy. And that comes from the back four staying high, pushing the midfield on.
Liver, the long ball. It's headed away by Chung. Bevan does well to defend from the top, coming hard from behind. Tackle there. Chris Serban does well with some good footwork to keep the ball. Will they be able to swing it to the other side? Cole Seiler is pressured. Has to put it upfield. David Norman with a little header and a good touch. Oh, just misses Marco Bustos, who's wearing the captain's armband. The leader on this team at 21 years old. More defending. The Netherlands, Van Eyck. Go back the other way. You can hear all the way up here again. They flip it to the side for Sorto.
The spaces, Orange County midfielders getting in, occupying.
Well lined up as you look at the shape defensively.
Yeah,
they are sitting and waiting, and the Whitecaps coming at them when they get the pressure.
Yeah, the Whitecaps have got two banks of four. They're just slightly too deep at the minute.
That through ball doesn't work, and Melvin calls keeper.
There's no real danger when those midfielders are getting the ball there, but they want to keep control of the game, and they are doing well at winning it back in the right areas.
Norman taken. Thought there might be a foul, but the referee's letting a lot of stuff go. Darnell Smith lets it go, so Norman has to get up and react, and does. Far side, there is Jerry Van Eyck working on the ball. Fakes with the right foot once, still hangs on to it. Will have to go backwards with it. Does to Pineda. Will they swing it all the way around to Sorto? He's the play on the right. They go back into the middle of the park. Finally, it's out to number 2 on the far side. Sorto inside. Norman with his man. Little space here, and they occupy it. Sorto far side gets to the edge of the 18. There's a good solid cross in. Headed away by Cole Seiler one more time by Caden Chung, but a left-footed shot just goes wide. Melvin didn't appear to be threatened by, but that's probably the best piece of offensive effort that we've seen from the visitors thus far.
Yeah, better ball possession and ending in a great cross. Actually, Cole Seiler does well defending that. Getting a bit more possession, like I said, in the midfield, a bit too deep. Need Marcos Bustos, if he's going to play that number 10, has to drop in and help his midfielders. And that comes from communication from the back and from the midfielders.
kind of goes through the bunch of people. Eventually Bustos with the chest to Campbell. Campbell with the ball across, coming in hard with Serban. Meyer Bevan goes, what are you doing? I didn't know it was you. Didn't know if I should leave it. So they don't get much of it. Pineda. Sagato, I think, on the far side there. Visitors trying to find a hole here somewhere.
They're keeping good possession. They're not really putting the Whitecaps under any real danger. They're not going anywhere with it.
Very stagnant, no one really looking for the ball. Right now, Baldissimo and Norman have been the better of the two sides in the middle of the park, a lot more active. There you see Orange County with the ball for a while, but not doing anything with it. Then looking to switch it back and forth, and we'll see what the Whitecaps can do with this effort. 26 minutes in, Cole Seiler looking to move people around. It's not going to go this way. Will they come to the far left side where they've had some joy with Brett Levis? Francis DeVries look for a long ball and does find Marcos Bustos. He will find far side. It's Caden Chung. That ball's low, delivery in the 18-yard box. Opportunity, Serban. Can he get a foot around it? Does. Nice save. Loose ball. Who's coming there? Myra Bevan. And thought maybe he might get a call. I think a good call by the referee. Good reaction by Bevan as Charlie Line couldn't bring that one in. Bevan went at it very hard. 50-50 ball. Referee decides to keep on playing, and I think it was the right call.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the right call. I don't see much in it there. I haven't seen the replay, but no, none of the Whitecaps players are appealing for it, which usually tells you that there's not much in it, but that's good play from the Whitecaps. That's what I was saying in OKC, not really endangering, putting them under pressure. You've got the Whitecaps who have had it on the right-hand side, the left-hand side, and then a good through ball from Francis DeVries. Marcus Bustos turns, and they're in, and there's a chance on goal. That's the good transitional play.
There, we'll take a look at it again. Serban does well to wrap his foot around it. Ball is loose. Bevan comes in, gets by. No call there. That was the right decision. Boy, Bevan has been putting on. He's been running sprints like he's Usain Bolt, defending so far. Chris Serban's been right there with him. So a lot of energy from the guys up front. Do they have more here? David Norman cuts it across. Diagonal ball to Michael Baldissimo. Tried to thread the needle to Marco Bustos. That didn't work. And Orange County will see if they can do something. Good pressure, a lot of people forward for the Whitecaps. There is that little gap, but well done by Francis DeVries, and it's going to be in possession of Vancouver again. Ball kind of in no man's land. Does it get back to the keeper? It trickles to him. DeVries had to make the run with it, so now he'll go on the left side, has some space, he'll let the ball do the work up to Brent Levis. Campbell inside to Bustos. One touch pass doesn't come off for Baldissimo. DeVries goes up. Oh, that was a big battle. He goes down hard, and here comes Orange County the other way. It's their Netherlands striker trying to get to the right foot. Can't, goes outside to Baxendale. Baxendale will go back to Sordo. He's ready to one-touch cross it. It's a good one. DeVries header. Gets it out. Campbell, the second header. Almost gets it to halfway, but Orange County will come again. Movement at the top of the box. They try and find some room, and they do.
A little bit of play there, really coming from Michael Baldissimo, just not switching on and being a little bit sloppy in possession in the attacking third. He's a young lad. He'll learn from that, but you can see what he's wanting to do. It's just the execution just wasn't there the last couple of passes.
Long ball in. Parra there, Kobayashi there in the box. Joashawn Melvin, he'll go up. It's hit a little bit, but bounces up quickly. Well played by the Whitecaps keeper.
Love that from Sean Melvin. You love that as a defender, especially. You hear a nice early shout. You don't care if he comes and takes you and you get a knee in the back, as long as he holds on to that. And you've really got that confidence behind you as a defender. And he did. Both center backs getting a whack.
Yeah, both center backs knowing he's coming. Silers, DeVries both down, but Melvin gets the ball. Line to halfway. Good touch by Levi's. He'll be taken down. 45 minutes the most he's played. See if he gets 60 in. Will number 46, or what the plans are for Rich Fagan. That would probably be the appropriate way when you're coming up with rehab and getting it done. You go 30, you go 45, and maybe see if you can go 60.
Yeah, I think tonight he's probably looking for 60. I know he's itching to get 90 minutes, but it is a strict regiment in terms of rehab and what you're able to do. And we get our orders from the physio staff, so he won't be far off that 90-minute mark if he doesn't reach it tonight.
Caden Chung with a sliding tackle. Forced Orange County to knock it out of play, and Whitecaps have the ball again. That's a nice turn by Marco Bustos. He's got Campbell cutting in between. On the outside is Baldissimo. Where will the Manitoba native go? He'll go to Baldissimo on the left side. Rather, that's Taryn Campbell. Campbell with the right foot makes a nice little move. There was Baldissimo, my apologies. Campbell had gone all the way to the other side. Doesn't get through. Michael will keep on chasing and see if he can get it away from Pineda. Victor Pineda, the veteran, first homegrown player from the Chicago Fire is Victor Pineda. Been around a while, Illinois product. Here is number 6 again. Knocking around, looking for some movement. Doesn't see anything on the far side, so doesn't switch it up. Run coming through the middle is Jerry Van Avike. He'll drop it off. It's Kobayashi with the ball inside, or make this Kobayashi here rather. Loses it. Goes off and all the way to Melvin. 32 minutes, 32 seconds played. The final USL game of the season for Whitecaps FC 2. They've got an early lead, got one in the 15th minute, well-worked goal. Meyer Bevan get the goal. See if we can get some more. Here's an opportunity.
Let's help.
Bevan ball in the middle, bounces around a little bit. Not a lot of pressure there as everything's kind of spaced out, not moving as one right now. Getting a little loose in this. David Norman tries to step in. Chris Serban thinking he was fouled. He stays down. There's no call. Serban's still down. I think he's hurt, but it's Orange County on the counterattack, far side. And Ivike has had the ball knocked out of bounds. It will be a corner coming up, and now an opportunity just to see if everything is okay with Chris Serban. UBC product through the Whitecaps residency program, number 55, taking a shot, it looks like, on his arm, I believe. Is that what they're looking at?
Couldn't tell you, actually. I'm not really sure.
This looked like it may be something to the head with the left elbow there coming across.
Just caught one in the face. Just midfielder letting him know he's there. Shielding the ball. I don't think there's anything malicious in it, but again there, Cole Seiler really stepping in very well, higher up and winning the ball back in good positions for his team here. And then he continues his run and almost gets a nosebleed in the opposition's box.
And I get the feeling, you being the international center back that you are, having the career, when I see stuff like that, I go, oh, that would hurt. And you go, yeah, there's nothing there.
No.
Midfielder telling him where you are.
That's all it is. I mean, sometimes it hurts a lot more than it looks, but you just got to get on with it.
If I was to look at the ledger sheet in your career, what's the percentage of what you've given out and what you've taken?
Oh.
I didn't tell you I was hitting you with that question.
Yeah.
I'll let you think while we tell you that Orange County is in the far corner with David Norman doing some defending. Here is the Netherlands inside the middle of the park. Opportunity for there. Well closed by Francis DeVries. Oh, he goes hard into the boards. Sound like we're at a hockey game.
See that? Straight back up. He's a center back.
Yeah, there we go. He has to turn and look quickly on the throw in. They throw it in rather quickly, and they get it to Irvin Parra. Parra moves it back, ball into the box. DeVries is there, goes through. Sorto is there, number 2 waits. Full volley into the 18-yard box. Scrambly, Irvin gets it, but not rid of it. Still sitting around. Loose opportunity. Orange County trying to find it. It's sloppy. It's just get rid of the ball and see if they can move it out, and eventually, not how you draw it up in any training session, but the Whitecaps do clear. You decided your percentage, what you've given and what you've taken? It's not 50-50, is it?
No, if anything, 60-40. I think I'd like to think I gave out a lot more than I've taken, but I've got a few scars, a few cuts and bruises that have been dished out quite as well. A couple broken noses, but it was an old, in England, it was, you just used to say the referee won't book you in the first 5 minutes. So
that's where it all happened.
Yeah, that's where it happened. The first 5 minutes. Let him know you're in the game.
You've had a couple broken noses. Have you given a few broken noses that you'd be aware of?
Yeah, I have. I'm sure. It's not nice. I don't look to. Never look to hurt
listen.
people.
I'm not saying it. You're just a tough, hard-nosed Canadian defender.
That's all it is.
That's all it is, buddy. Yeah. I'm saying this with the utmost respect.
For sure.
It is a very physical game. Some people don't understand that. It's played with an awful lot of respect, but when the term is 50-50 ball, if both sides are playing the right way, they're going 100% for that 50-50 ball, and sometimes things are going to happen.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And more often than not, it's when you're just dangling a leg or you never really commit to a tackle where you end up hurting yourself and getting into sticky situations. So I'd rather have players on my team and players I'm playing with that are committed to putting their bodies on the line for the team.
Irvin is back and healthy as you saw him start the engineer of this play to Baldissimo. Levi's on the left side. A little back and forth with Bustos. Marco, ball on the turf at Levi's control. Tries the back heel. Doesn't work, but does go off the defender and give an opportunity for a throw in. Terran Campbell will have to look for space and does. That's dangerous to David Norman. He goes in hard. Good control by Marco Bustos, and they'll try it again with Campbell. Calls for the switch. That's a long ball and a very effective one. Good touch by Caden Chung. Chung from the 30-yard line. That's a long ball. Meyer Bevan had a little bit of space there. Goes over his head. He will chase. We'll get another Whitecap throw in. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. And this is the final USL game of the season for both Orange County Football Club and Whitecaps FC 2. Home team up by 1. That man has the assist in the goal with a lovely cross. Terry Campbell plays it back. Really good one-touch, two-touch from the back from the Whitecaps. Moving the ball quickly. Even if they're not, they're making the defenders adjust rather quick with their angles.
No, it has been good. And you've got David Norman as that anchor in the midfield who's always wanting the ball, who's always showing. And it must be nice for the likes of him and Marcos Bustos to look up and have two willing fullbacks to get forward. I mean, you've got, look at how high Caden Chung is up, and then Brett Levis is always willing to go forward.
Norman does lead this team in passing and pass percentage because he is that link early on. Spin, fire, and go. Good pressure by DeVries coming all the way up to halfway to make sure Orange County can't turn. They didn't, but they do keep control.
I think I've noticed about David Norman is added into his game throughout his maiden career, his maiden season here, is passing forward. His first look is forward now.
Bustos, great move, right shot, super save, rebound. Good soccer all around. Marcos Bustos is always goes left foot, shows that he is adapt to move to the right, does. And Charlie Leon was there to make the save, or it could have been easily 2-0. Bustos, who leads his team in scoring, having a career high 8 already, almost made it 9. There is the aforementioned David Norman, who really is learning to push the ball forward and does. Brent Levi's knows how to charge for it, wants to give and go, doesn't get it back. And now there's an opportunity here for Orange County. DeVries can't make the tackle, Kobayashi does. There's a long ball down below. Byer lets it go and scores, oh, quickly. Irvin Parra, and just like that, beats Sean Melvin, and this game is tied up at 1.
Just like that, never really in any danger, as I said before, in the transition. Parra and Sean Melvin has to do better there. I think he knows that. And
surprised maybe by the shot, but he's kind of caught in no man's land, and
it's a bit of a shot
he
cross,
loses his net, yeah.
But yeah, I think Melvin definitely has to do better there. He knows himself.
So the goal against the run of play in the 40th minute. Haven't said a whole lot about Irvin Parra. Seattle Sounders from Sounders 2, but hey, full credit for him. Buries the head, and the Inglewood, California native has tied things up at 1. Shows how big that save was by Charlie Leon. Or Lion. I'm giving him the French pronunciation.
Yeah, I like your accent.
I know, Charlie Leon. Listen, pal. 2 official languages here. Lion made the save, and they come back and score. He almost was called upon again. Long searching ball.
I think that's what will frustrate Coach Rich Fagan here. I mean, it was really against the run of play. Whitecaps 2 have been dominant in this first half. Francis de Vries just gets done in not winning his challenge. He's got to win that at the halfway line. It puts his team under pressure. And again, just a couple errors in that run of play.
There's Campbell.
Before you know it, it's 1-1.
Go back to David Norman at one-timer. David Norman up the post and scores! Well, just like that, the kids get it back, and Norman, who is so much a distributor, never hesitated, said, I'm going to hit this thing, and it was perfection. Curling away from line and off the inside of the post. And the kid with some rock-solid hair has got himself a goal and a 2-1 lead.
That is a fantastic finish from David Norman there. Showing can he add that to his game. He's not just a holding midfielder. The ball's set back, and he's used the pace on the ball just to wrap his left foot around that. We know he's got a sweet left foot, and there's not much the goalkeeper can do on the inside, off the inside of the post, and 2-1 up. Exciting first half.
There was no question that Junior was going to hit that ball. He knew it as soon as it was coming, made sure he got enough of it. It wasn't an absolute rocket, but hit it so well with the side of the foot. The spin was perfect. Full celebration, well struck, well executed. 2 really nice goals for Whitecaps FC 2 in this first half.
Yeah, great technique there from David Norman. As I said, it's good to see him that high up the pitch, as he is a holding midfielder, but he's supporting the play very well.
Well, is there one more in this first half? A couple of quick goals here. It's been wide open, it's been entertaining. Player down on the far side, right by the corner flag. Trying to look who that is. I believe it was Zach Kobayashi. 19-year-old who was over in, it is Kobayashi. Spent the last year with Dinamo Zagreb, so some great training for him there. Come back and at 19, working his way up. Get an opportunity to prove what he can do in the USL and see if he can carve out a career here with the hopes of being in Major League Soccer. Caden Chung said, I'm not that kind of player. A couple of 19-year-olds battling hard, and that's a good sign for USL soccer and what this league is all about. John Melvin wants a 2-man wall, far side. 44th minute, late. Ball put in, it's deep, opportunity goes all the way by, and we'll go out for a goal kick as we hit the 45-minute mark. See what we have here for extra time. Just 1 minute of extra time, really nothing major as far as stoppage time. Chris Serban was down for a while after getting an arm in the face. So 1 minute left to play in the first half here.
Yeah, again, I think, as I said before, the second goal for the Whitecaps too there, I think they've been dominant in possession, dominant in chances, and overall the better team. So Rich Fagan will be happy. It's disappointing to concede in the way and the manner they did, but we get in a 2-1 here.
If they can get it 2-1, here's a great chance. Offside flag is up. Boy, that was the chance that they were looking for, and it's Van Eyvike getting him behind the defense. Remind soccer fans, Nike's the official sponsor of USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Maybe just by a bit. Remind fans also to stay up to date. Latest USL news and information from around the league. You turn into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts. Mondays at 9 p.m. Sirius XM FC, Channel 85. So don't forget, Sirius XM will air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and time. The date today is the 13th, Friday the 13th. David Norman puts it home, thumbs up to the fans. Well done from the Coquitlam natives. Been with this residency program and the Whitecaps since he was 9. He strides in. He's got the go-ahead goal right now. As Whitecaps FC 2 have a 2-1 lead over the visitors from Orange County.
Hey Whitecaps fans, how's it going? My name is Chuboy, your resident video game expert. So I play the video game FIFA for a living, and the great thing about the game is that a player's stats in the game tell you a lot about how the player plays like on the real pitch. Now the Whitecaps just signed a new player, Nasa, from Nigeria. He's from the same country I was born in, so I'm very excited about the signing. Let's use FIFA 17 to show you what he can bring to the team.
So here's what you need to know about Nasa. He's a box-to-box midfielder with lots of experience, having played over 300 professional games, including 2 seasons in Spain's top flight. More impressively, he's played 25 matches amongst Europe's best in the UEFA Champions League and Europa League. To top things off, he's an international champion after winning the African Cup of Nations with Nigeria. What are his main strengths? First, he's great on the ball. With 76 dribbling and 85 agility, he's tough to defend. In FIFA, he has a 4-star skill rating similar to the likes of Real Madrid's Luka Modric. This means he's capable of pulling off some impressive skills on the pitch. His other strength is his 77 physicality rating. With 77 strength, he'll be able to hold his own against some of the toughest defenders in MLS. And with 83 stamina, he'll keep the fight going until the final whistle. I think he's going to be a great addition to the squad, and I can't wait to see him play at BC Place.
So there you go. I hope that video was useful for you, and I hope it gave you a better idea what NASA is all about. Until next time, Whitecaps fans, peace.
Rain is going to be fun to watch.
Again, another Whitecaps can break it. It's Jordy Reyna. Away he goes. Reyna accelerating away. The chair is way up into the plate offside. Couldn't get on the end of that one as they chase here and steal the goal away. He's fouled right on half. Nerwinski with the cross. Reyna! This is Jordy Reyna picking it up just outside the box. Jordy Reyna with an absolutely spectacular finish to make it 2-0 for the Whitecaps. What a strike from Jordy Reyna. Bernie Abini, Reyna! Number 3 for the Peruvians.
Russell Tybert here. Tsawwassen, Big Splash, Waterpark. I got this challenge.
Hey Russell, welcome to Big Splash Waterpark side.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. We got an amazing challenge set up for you today. It's also going to be a refreshing challenge. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
So here at Big Splash, we're not just all about water slides. We have an amazing basketball court, beach volleyball court.
Figured we'd get ourselves a game of horse going. What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Good luck.
You know, he did surprisingly well. He came up with a couple trick shots that threw me off.
Please go in. There we go. H for you. That's what we should do with our foot.
Try to kick it in. Yeah, the basketball challenge was really fun. I can see why you picked soccer as your sport.
You make it and I don't. This is terrible.
Oh!
And we have one challenge for Russell. Second challenge is beach volleyball.
We're going to try to get it in the tubes or hit the tubes.
Oh. Does that count? Because we said if you hit it,
yeah, that's one.
That should be one.
Ah!
Russell, you're putting Big Splash to shame. Congratulations.
I know. I'm doing it for the Whitecaps.
No, that was challenge number 2. Are you ready for the next?
This is where we'll shine.
You ride up the stairs. At the top, you'll see 4 slides.
Got a big race coming up. I'm up 2-0 in the series. And they're attacking my fear.
Pick your poison. I'm going to go down cliffhanger.
Sounds good, man. I'll see you at the bottom.
All right, good luck.
Whoever gets down first in the pool wins this challenge.
That is such a disadvantage for me, though, because he knows the slide.
You bet. That's why you won the first 2.
The only reason you won is because the aerodynamics of my hat slows me down.
How'd you like the splash blaster?
Terrifying.
That's 2-1 for you, right?
2-1, man.
All right, let's go to the next challenge.
This is very simple. It's who can swim underwater the farthest.
All right, time to tie it up.
Ready, set, go. Hey, Mitch.
I'm a shark, so I should be good.
Russell definitely did best at the underwater swim.
But he's a heck of a swimmer. Russell went to both ends of the pool underwater, and unfortunately our head lifeguard did not. So the underwater challenge is really what separated these guys in the end.
Took me for a surprise, to be completely honest.
3-1, baby.
So you're gonna throw me a bone on that one. That makes it 3-1, so technically you've won for the day. Thanks. But there's one last ride I want to show you. This is Eddie's Eagle Run.
This is your final challenge, but you can just sit and enjoy it. Congratulations, Russell.
Thank you very much.
We are so grateful that you came out to Big Splash today. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you for having me.
Let's do it.
Having Russell here today was an absolute blast.
It was super awesome. Terrifying at times, but awesome.
When I first met Russell this morning, it was pretty surreal, to be honest. Super friendly guy. Yeah, it was awesome to have him here.
Russell is a really great guy, and we got along from the get-go.
I want to thank them for having me. It was a great experience. It makes you feel like you're a little kid again.
It's really become a personal connection now, so I will be rooting for Russell all the way through.
Mitch was, I think he gave Big Splash Waterpark a great name.
I think our head lifeguard, Mitch, has some work to do. Otherwise, we might be looking for Russell next summer.
Russell absolutely passed.
We here at Big Splash give him an absolute pass.
I'm up to any water park challenge.
Put your hands there!
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
There's a Friday the 13th. Little Whitecaps tattoo. Greg Anderson of the Vancouver Whitecaps playing the role of dad today. Enjoying the sunshine. It's nice to have a blanket or two on you, but it has been a gorgeous fall evening here at UBC, and it's been a fun first half too. Early on, this is a 10-pass sequence that finishes with Myra Bevan with a wonderful header. That's great ball movement. The one touch, and into the back of the net it goes for the New Zealander wearing number 45. Early on in the 15-minute mark, it was 1-0 for Whitecaps FC 2. Then really against the flow of play, Kobayashi with the ball, and before you know it, the one quick strike, well done by Irvin. Parra surprises Sean Melvin, the Whitecaps keeper. We were tied up at 1. Looked like we would be going into half that way, but that changed. David Norman Jr. making the play. Campbell cuts it back, and Norman Jr. with his first pro goal, one-timer, curls it into the corner and off the post. What a way to score your first professional soccer goal. Great celebration from him and his teammates. He's been so good all year long. And 2-1 is where we sit after 45 minutes of play. You see that 8 shots for FC2 in the first 45 minutes, 4 of them on target. Possession in favor of Orange County, a lot of it just in the back, methodically moving it back and forth. Only the one offside and no yellow cards or red cards to speak of. It's been an entertaining 45 minutes. It's been an entertaining season for the young developing FC2 squad. They've got 45 minutes left, and we'll have it for you when we return to UBC. And welcome back to UBC. There's a look at the goal scorer who's put his team up 2-1, David Norman Jr. part of the Whitecaps program since he was 9 years old. Gets a goal tonight. Celebrates it. See what he has if he's got 45 minutes left in them. 45 minutes left in the season for the inaugural season. Rich Fagan behind the bench for Whitecaps FC 2. And the final 45 minutes of the year for the visitors from Orange County Football Club. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. Here are the boys on the bench. Been a long year, but a year of learning and developing and exercising for them. It will continue on. Myra Bevan will continue on. He's part of the New Zealand national team on the bench in their friendly last week against Japan. He's got one on the board tonight, so more soccer in front of him. Perry Solkowski along with Vancouver Whitecap and Canadian international David Edgar on a night where, buddy, I thought I was going to have to, you know, my prairie upbringing, I thought I was going to have to help you out. Now you make it out, a little hot chocolate.
Yeah, I got a little coffee there. I'm starting to get a bit cold, but...
You can't be telling me how tough you are as a center back, and now you're going, I'm getting cold.
No, I know.
It just says your injuries made you soft. I think it's probably a gorgeous night, don't you think, to play out there?
Oh, yeah.
When you got the sweat going, it's absolutely perfect for the players.
You shouldn't be cold on the field. So I'm not sure if there should be gloves in
What do you make of guys who are wearing gloves?
You know what? I would wear gloves in training, and I would never wear them in a game. That's just my personal preference. I'm not sure about gloves and T-shirts. I don't really I don't really get that one. But you know what? Everyone's got their own things they do. Their own little.
All right. Well, we won't be introducing you to Kobayashi after he's playing with gloves and a few others. Hey, Orange County is home for them. This is cool. Kobayashi, if he can play with his feet, that's okay. That ball up there. But Ivek's Netherlands. He should be used to a little tougher weather. Chris Irvin. Only the defenders on the Whitecap side, as I make the observation, are going with no long sleeves. And of course, it's the center back in the breeze. The code of honor that you and the Jason DeVos of the world always have to have, right? No long sleeve, short sleeve, just go play.
Yeah, I remember a time where I wanted to wear long sleeve and even had the kit man in England make me one and had it on, and right before the game I was like, no, I can't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Looks good.
Long sleeves look okay. There's some that play in long sleeves. I think it might be Jake Derwinski, who I think always plays in long sleeves.
Yeah.
Even in the summer has. Had a nice chat with Jake Derwinski today, who joined us on Sportsnet 650. On Point show that I host. Wonderful story about him and University of Connecticut, his coaches in youth soccer telling him not to go there because you probably can't play at that level. And Jake just said, you know, I was going to prove people wrong. Went to his first practice and the coach said, you're probably just going to be a practice player. And he didn't have a scholarship and said, well, if I make the team, will I get a scholarship? A year later, after 3 assists in his first game where he got in during the exhibition season. Then his roommate slept in and he got in his first game. And a year later left with a scholarship and stayed there. Story of perseverance, which there are many in soccer as we see the health of the defender that's down. I think that is Big DeVries, is it not, Jake? You said, you know, I was going to prove.
You know, and that's, you can see that in Jake Nowinski and what he's done this season and keeping a good player in Shannon Williams out the side. He's deserved his chance. He took it with both hands and he's worked hard every day to stay in that team. So he's reaping in the rewards in what's been a fantastic rookie season for him.
Goal scorer Irvin Parra kind of stepping on the cleats of Francis DeVries. Orange County getting some inspiration as the veterans there talking to each other. Oliver and James Beckinsdale, South Yorkshire area, which I don't know where it is, so I'll look at you.
Yeah,
South Yorkshire, you got any idea for me?
Near, actually South Yorkshire is, I played near there in Sheffield, and not far from where I lived in Manchester, so nice part of the world.
Myra Bevan from New Zealand, nice part of the world.
Never been there.
You know, neither have I. I have friends who go there quite a bit. Need a reason.
Yeah. I think I had an uncle that lived there. Yeah.
New Zealand's been good to us on the ladies' side, home of where really the home, but where John Herdman cut his teeth in coaching with the New Zealand national team up with our ladies' side. There's Norman, the goal scorer, playing to the outside to one Coquitlam kid to a Port Coquitlam kid. Caden Chung tries to flick it with his right foot to the outside. Doesn't work, tries it again. This time it does get through. Now what it is, Serban was looking for the ball. Chung decides to go back to Baldissimo, and they may swing the ball all the way around. 49 minutes played in this game. Norman with the go-ahead goal and the ball. 2-1 Whitecaps FC 2 in the final game of the 2017 USL season. Trying to take it home and leave UBC with a great memory. Cole Seiler. Long ball for Seiler. Just hangs up there. Not enough space for that probably to do any damage as he checks it out. Seiler's played a lot of soccer here. 16th overall pick in 2016 with the Whitecaps. His 25th USL start for him today. He's been a big key for them back there. Right attitude, keeps training, keeps looking for that opportunity.
Yeah, it's good to see Cole playing regularly at his preferred center back position as well. He's broken the first team at right back, and it's a position right now at the minute that we're pretty flush in the first team.
Chung loses it, still in his feet. He'll go back to DeVries. Here's some room. Good through ball too. Parra could not get the touch on it. A good run. There was an opportunity there, but OKC could not finish it.
You know, Brett Levis is just a pass cut out there. It's going to happen. He's going to have misplaced passes in his road to recovery and his return to where he wants to be. But the reaction is what I like to see from him there, and getting back and defending and not dwelling on the fact he's made mistakes. It's going to happen regardless. He's a professional athlete and coming back from a major injury.
Levi's with the assist on the goal with the ball now in the Saskatchewan green cleats. Pineda with the ball, gives it away, and was surprised Campbell. His one-touch pass through to Bevan wasn't going to work. Good chase by Marco Bustos. Will he get support in the defending? Does. So they try and clear it. David Norman does well to bring it down. To the outside he goes to Terran Campbell. Campbell, through ball, thought about it, had Serban on the far right side, tried to get it to Meyer Bevan, didn't get through to him, and here comes OKC. Long ball up to Kobayashi. Going past him is Juan Pablo Osegueda. Good ball in there to the goal scorer. He gets brought down by David Norman Jr. Gives him a little tap on the back, saying it's all part of the game. We just want to reset and get our position. Cheeky little back heel trick by number 42. Kobayashi tries to turn Kent. DeVries just powers it off his shins. It will be a throw-in. Or did it go off? It will be a goal kick, rather, for Sean Melvin and Whitecaps FC 2. Seiler goes searching long. That does no one any good, but it's headed back to David Norman. He'll take some space a little bit before swinging the ball to the far outside to Levi's. Bustos comes back for it, gets it. Little touch pass to Norman. Norman a little casual trying to get it back to Marco. That doesn't work. And here they come the other way. Good reaction by David Norman to get in there. Ball springs forward. They'll play it back to Sean Melvin. He gets under it a bit. Battle between Serban and Osegueda. It will be a throw-in, Juan Pablo Osegueda. Signed by Tigres when he was 14 years old. He's down in Mexico for a bit. Now here it's Orange County. Kobayashi. Osaguedo. Panada. Parra. Little turn on it. Has 2 Whitecaps FC 2 in it. Panada with a good little turn to the outside. Osaguedo with that ball in. Chung stepped back a little bit forward. Whitecaps just trying. Good pressure right now by Orange County. A little bit of pressure and nothing to lose. Both these teams, unfortunately, will not see the postseason in USL soccer. 10th place is where Orange County sits out in the west. Whitecaps below them.
It's about finishing the season on a high here, especially the Whitecaps. And I had a chat to Marty, who's now off his crutches.
Yes,
Marty McDermott.
after his Coldplay incident.
Yeah, we had a good chat about. It's just been fine margins really for the Whitecaps too here. A lot of games they went on a spell where they couldn't win a game, they were drawing. Got a lot of ties on the bounce, and I mean, you turn those into wins and those fine margins. You're in the playoffs.
Here's an opportunity here. Caden Chung steals it. Chung will decide to let it go. Well, fairly ambitious from 25 yards out. Did well to steal it, but they had some numbers. Maybe not the right decision by the young man, but great anticipation for him to steal that ball on a counter from Orange County.
He's done well in intercepting the pass there. He possibly, definitely a show for a free kick there on Brett Levi, but yeah, I think Caden Chung's probably made the wrong decision in shooting. He's had some options. He could have kept driving forward or slid a pass into Myra Bevan and made a good run, but fair play to him taking the strike on.
These guys finished the season tonight. Some probably still do a little bit of training. We'll figure out how that plays in with the first team and what goes on. But normally, when you finish the season, how long do you stay away from the pitch, stay away from running, and just rest?
It's different. I mean, the seasons in England weren't as, the off seasons in England weren't as long as they are here. You probably get away with the family, go away on holiday, and then get back to it. But you never really switch off from the game. You stay off the field, but
still doing a little bit of running and stretching and all that.
You have to, especially now, especially as you get older. You have to start looking over the body. You can't just have a party off season, whatnot. And
I shut it down in about 2004. Haven't really done much since then athletically.
It's been quite a while then.
Yeah, I'm wondering about it too. When you're marketed by the calendar, it's too much. Young David Norman didn't shut it down. Went to Oregon State, wanted to be a pro and did. That's a pro-like pass to Caden Chung. That's a nice move too. Will he keep it in? Does. Chung cuts it back top of the 18. What a wonderful goal! Oh, rather the side of the net. Oh, it looked too good. I wanted to celebrate. What work? Chris Irvin kind of smiles. People clapping here at UBC. We thought it was in the back of that. Love to see that again. How well worked was that?
I thought it was in for sure.
Well, they had a 10-patch effort that counted for their first one. That one looked to be the same thing. The Serpent hit it. Looked like he had scored. Great work by the Whitecaps. Not too much. See if we get a chance to take a peek at that at some point. Here is the play. Chung lets great work by Caden Chung. Cuts it back. Servant hits it, but misses it by about half a foot. And thinks, oh man, that would have been so nice. It would have been a sweet one for the former UBC player. Residency program. Well worked. They'll look for more again. Campbell with the ball, far side. Bustos comes charging in, as does Levi's. Levi's almost gets in the way. Campbell didn't know what to do with it. And now Orange County sees if they can gallop forward the other way. Can. That ball's a little too far. Sean Melvin does well to come out and pick it up, and also does well to stay calm and keep it on the pitch and keep in control. Norman to Bustos. He knows he's getting pressure from behind from Kobayashi, so he'll work it around. Good passing by the Whitecaps today. FC2, good ball moving, and as I say that, sprayed a little bit by Caden Chung, but Sean Melvin will come out and go, that's all right, we'll keep possession of it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Whitecaps too have done well in possession today, and it's not, they haven't been overplaying and tippy-tappy stuff in the back. They've, like that, passing forward, turning, and really transitioning quite well and effectively.
Well, they defended well too. A simple case like there. Marco Bustos, if it's going to take 15 yards at a full sprint to put pressure from behind and allow his team to get the ball. They've done it. I think work rate has never been an issue with Rich Fagan and this team this year. It shouldn't be. Your young guys trying to get it done, but for the most part, they have been hard working.
No, for sure. I mean, they set the tempo early doors with the pressing in numbers, and that's continued the whole game.
Move forward. Ball put in front. To the outside, Campbell has it. Marco Bustos is ahead of him. Getting set for our first sub, and that sub will come as we enter the 60th minute. It will be Brett Levi's who will be subbed off. Gloria Manda is going to get a run here. They'll probably move Chris Irvin back to the left side. We'll see, but we thought Levi's would get a run of 60 minutes. It will be maybe 60 and a few extra ticks on the clock as they're in possession of the ball now, and maybe he'll get one last final touch. Does David Norman look to the backside? He does. There's Brett Levi's. Maybe knows he's almost done. David Norman. Campbell tries to give it a little bit of a back heel to Levi's. Doesn't get it. Brett does steal it away from the Orange County player, and Norman with the one-touch swinging it around to Cole Seiler.
Yeah, good 60 minutes from Brett Levi tonight. You see him growing confidence, especially after that assist to the first goal, which for me is a fantastic technique to hit that first time. And it's such a hard technique, and he made it look easy. So I've been delighted for him today. And again, I've seen all the work he's put in the past 9-10 months, and he's starting to find his form now, and it's good to see.
Well, he's still jogging around there. No, Jose, I might get 61 in here as this team keeps possession of the ball. Very patient, our FC2 on the ball today. That one goes away a bit. 3 players there. David Norman takes charge and picks it up. Gives it back to Caden Chung. He'll have a spring in his step. Good turn by Marco Bustos. Will he let it go? Does. Bustos a shot. Big rebound. Who's there? Myra Bevan. Loose ball again. Great save by Lyon. Sliding in, and they score. Wonderful effort by the Whitecaps. Wonderful effort by Caden Chung. He would not give up. And it's 3-1 Whitecaps FC 2.
Well-deserved goal there. Caden Chung kept plugging away. 1, 2, 3 cracks at it. And goalkeeper Leon spilling it again, and this time getting punished for it. Fantastic turn from Marcos Bustos, knowing what's around him and taking the strike on. Just dipping in front of the goalkeeper, he can't hang on again, and Myra Bevan's poaching as he does so often.
Line with the great save once. He spilled it, makes up for it. Great effort by Myra Bevan here, slides in hard. And then it was the quit that we said this team doesn't have. One good save, and then Caden Chung, the defender, no problem slide tackling. He's looking around to celebrate, and Chung's got himself a goal.
Deserved it. Good to see, and Whitecaps putting in a very good performance so far in this 60 minutes, and hopefully continue in the last third of the game here.
After the goal celebration, Brett Levi's made that sub. Gloria Manda is now on the pitch. She'll play on the right side, a midfielder / forward type position in the formation. Here's an opportunity for Orange County coming in. Sean Melvin, shot gets a piece of it off the crossbar, and the rebound, they score. Just like that, they come back and respond. Kobayashi with the goal. Ball comes loose, and number 23 is there to take advantage of it. Kobayashi gets the goal, and the 19-year-old has made it 3-2. Well, nothing wrong with that in the last game of the year to get the excitement. A little bit of a let-off by FC2, and this is a good finish.
It's a good finish in the end. Sean Melvin tips the first one in the bar and a good save, and couldn't quite get to the second one, but got in far too easily behind the back four of the Whitecaps too. Chris Urban far too advanced, and back four looking disjointed, and disappointing concede straight after. But I mean, just need to get the grips with seeing games out, and that's what they've really struggled with this season.
Well, they've struggled to put balls in the back of the net. They have 3, but now the focus is to see the game out, and if they can, maybe a little celebratory. Both goals, as far as Orange County has been concerned, really come against the flow of play, but full credit to them to finish the opportunities that they've had. Crossbar, they stick with it, and then Zach Kobayashi, the 19-year-old, gets the goal. And And we've got ourselves a 3-2 game. Bustos, instrumental in that third goal. Gets it through. David Norman Jr. with a good foot on it. Campbell and Norman Jr. kind of missing connections there. That's a nice move by Darren Campbell. Birthday week for him. Lets it go. What a strike by Darren Campbell. The young man who's progressed quite a bit this year. 19, big, physical, good work rate, and lots of confidence.
I thought that was flying in from this angle.
Yeah, from our angle, we've got a couple goals here. It's 3-2 officially, 5-2 from where you and I sit in the angle we have
Celebrated
here.
too.
At UBC, thinking that would have been an absolute beauty. Well, what's in store in the final 25 minutes here as we've played 65 minutes here at UBC Thunderbird Stadium. Here are the drums. Good crowd on hand for this, the final night of USL soccer here at UBC for the 2017 season. Perry Solkowski along with David Edgar, Vancouver Whitecap and Canadian International. It's been fun when we said we would give this a go for a few times this year, my friend. Obviously, I know you'd rather be playing. People in Vancouver would rather you see in a Whitecaps uniform, but your unfortunate accident and knee injury.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and I've learned a lot from you guys. And I mean, I feel like in anything you grow as you get more practice. It just started with a little idea and sort of ran with it.
Well, you still want to play a lot of soccer, but when you're done, do you want to stay within the game and maybe do something like this?
Yeah, I was saying before, it's all I know. That's all I've ever known is soccer, and I definitely want to and need to stay in the game in some sort of form.
Would you like to coach?
I would like to coach. I want to be a part of Canadian soccer. I've got a big passion for playing for my national team, and I want to be a part of growing the game here. It's in the right direction, and if I can play any part in getting this country that we all love to a World Cup, then that's definitely a goal of mine.
We talked about the celebration of Kendall Watson with the header on the weekend to clinch Costa Rica's berth. What did you make of the USA today? Bruce Arena stepping down as the head coach, resigning as the head coach of American soccer.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's definitely it really wasn't good enough. I mean, 12 points in the hex from the US, it was not good enough, and it started at the beginning for them, and it came down. Fate was in their own hands, and it just couldn't quite get over the line. I know firsthand how tough CONCACAF can be, going to those countries and playing in those difficult atmospheres. But US has the quality and the experience to see those games out, and they just couldn't quite get it over the line. And it's disappointing for North America in general in soccer not having either of the countries in it.
Well, it really was a shocker, I think, for every soccer supporter and for the 18 guys that are on the roster there, because you look at what they had and you just go, this can't even be close. You know, Trinidad and Tobago with nothing to play for, the Americans with everything to play for. Forget about the fact that they're playing on a pitch in bad conditions, and it is what it is. You go into CONCACAF all the time. You're supposed to be above that, and that certainly wasn't the case for them, and there'll be a lot of things to look at, but man, there have been, the Alexi Lawless and the Taylor Twellman, they have certainly let loose on their thoughts of what has to be done south of the border as North America makes that bid to bring the World Cup here in 2026.
Yeah, no, I agree, and we've been in the same situation with the Canadian Soccer Association in terms of going back to the drawing board after not qualifying. It's a tough one, but sometimes you have to clean house and build from there. But there's going to be definitely a rebuilding process for the U.S. men's national team.
Oscar Sorda is out on the latest subs for Orange County. Dusan Stefanovic is now in play, and also out of the game is number 11, their striker, Van Ewek. And coming into the game is number 22, Kevin June, Irvine, California product. So final minutes for everybody on this team. The Baldissimo brothers also with a tag. And substitution is Matthew tells Michael to leave. and all play.
Yeah, big brother coming on.
That's a wonderful story, the Baldissimos.
Really
Three
is.
of them involved in the Whitecaps residency program. You know, there's a lot of soccer talk around their family, and look at the smile for the two of them. Going, okay, hurry up, get off, number 66. I want to get on, bro. Get off. I want to get on. Like, hurry up. Slap to the back of the head.
Yeah, no, it's a great story.
And on he comes.
And I really, Matthew's a fantastic player, but I really do think Michael at his age has got something special, and if he does the right things and continues to develop, I think he's got a real shot.
Ball to the far side. Orange County will get there. That's a wonderful touch. Will it cut it back? Does. Ball plays off of the defender, and we'll get a corner kick. Wondered if it got past, but indeed it didn't. James Baxendale does well to make the run. Head back to a defender position on this corner. See what they have for a set piece. Orange County down by 1. 70 minutes have been played here at UBC Stadium.
Oh, come
Low
on.
ball play. That's a set play. Parra turns around on it. Well drawn up on the training pitch if that's what they were looking to do. A good run on it. Irvin Parra has one already. Thought he should have 2.
I think they stole that one from my Burnley squad circa 2014, I believe, 15. Eddie Howe, who's now manager at Bournemouth, we scored plenty of that same set piece.
Off that one?
Yeah, and I knew my role. Everyone knew their role in it.
What was your role in the play?
I was the man at the penalty spot who let the ball run over his foot. They didn't trust me to take the shot.
But did you wait at the penalty spot, or did you run towards the ball and let that go there?
I was at the penalty spot and ran towards it as if I was going to shoot. It's a really, really well thought out
and then the player comes in behind you.
Yeah, and you get a couple blocks on, and it's tough to defend.
Campbell back to Chris Serban. Seiler. Last year's first round pick of the Whitecaps. Got a couple games in the first team. Goes to Meyer Bevan, but he can't do anything with it. David Norman comes through. Norman is onside. He's got Gloria Manda on the far side. Norman tries for his second. Good save by Lyon. Gloria Manda with his first touch. He cuts it back. Can't get through. Great opportunity for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2 to go up by a count of 4-2. David Norman Jr. with his first pro goal and a great opportunity with his second. I think didn't know which way to go with it. Take a shot or play at the number 54, Gloria Manda. It almost worked for him, and now it is Taryn Campbell who is down. Looks like it could be a cramp.
David Norman breaking up the play again, doing what he does best, and really stretching those legs and getting forward. And I think in the end, the defender made him make a decision, and it was good defending. And the goalkeeper came out and closed the line and made him make a shot. But good save in the end, and good play from the Whitecaps too.
Panada for Panada in an Orange County sub. Amy in for Victor. They've just made that. As you look at the fans, they got to bring out a winter parka today and a Southsider scarf if you have one. A nice thing. Do a lot worse. So Rich Fagan goes to check out if Campbell's okay. And he is, but that's enough. And Thomas Sander, number 57, will get into the game. The big fella. Target man up top. Another different look.
Love to see the big man get on the score sheet today. He's worked so hard this season and hasn't really had the opportunities he needed to get many goals this season. But he is a threat in the box, and if he gets some delivery for him, he put it in the back of the net.
Norman Jr. again. He's been everywhere. Been the most consistent player for Whitecaps FC2, the games that we have done. Talked about Taryn Campbell and the growth, but David Norman Jr., 1 year of college, played it very good as a freshman, and just wanted to play pro soccer. Parents supportive of him. Dad, of course, involved in the national team and the Whitecaps Norman name, synonymous in our soccer community. So Junior's getting his go, and it's been a very good first pro year for him.
Yeah, it's been good. The best part about that for me is watching him develop and watching him learn from the good games he's had and also from the bad games, and that's the most important. And he's developed, he's really came on leaps and bounds. And for me, the energy and the enthusiasm he has for the game and the hunger he's got to be a professional footballer is really what sets him apart at the minute. I had a good chat with his father, and he was telling me he's desperate. He's desperate to be a professional soccer player, and you see that in his performances.
Well, he didn't want to give up an opportunity. He might have had the heart beating a little bit to go, man, was I outside the 18-yard box? Because that was close. Norman pretty much with a WWE wrestle grab there, not letting Kobayashi get up. And a great opportunity for Orange County here just outside the box, right in the middle of it, to tie this game up at 3. Parra already a goal scorer over top the ball. The other goal scorer is Kobayashi, who will take it. 5-man wall to the right of Sean Melvin. Great view here. I think it's Irvin Parra who is ready to take it. Does. Parra curls it into the wall and through. And just like that, we are tied up at 3 as Orange County, not many opportunities, but full advantage of what they've had.
Not much Sean Melvin can do there. The wall needs to stand up and do their job, and I don't, for me, all a bit disjointed. Need to stand up, not turn their back. It should not be getting through there.
It did go right through the wall.
Yeah, it shouldn't be getting through there. There's a better view. No. You can see Sean Melvin in an absolute rage with his wall. Goalkeepers work on that. You work on that in training. And #1 rule: don't turn your back. No gaps.
You just put the wall up to go. They've got that part of the net covered, and the goalie's not going to worry about it. But when it gets past that wall and through that wall, it's no longer a wall.
No,
it's no longer a 3-2 lead. 3-3, 14 minutes left to go at UBC. Well, you
said we wanted goals, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm not going to complain. We've had 6 goals to call here, and I think we may not be done. 14 minutes. Two 2-1 in the first half, so 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Is there something here? Norman Jr. from well out, left foot, he'll swing it in. Cole Seiler, big bodies are up there. That's a good ball. Breeze can't get to it, it's loose, and now there might be an opportunity for a little bit of a counter. That's a long ball to Kobayashi. He looks and sees that he's got Caden Chung with him. Kobayashi holds on to it, square ball, moves that inside. Victor Panada. Good ball movement by Orange County. Kevin June has it, loses it. Marco Bustos gets pulled from behind. Referee will play advantage. Bustos keeps on working, and finally that's Amy Panada who gets called for the foul. A little push and shove with the New Zealander Bevan. That's it, last game of the year. You're frustrated. You're playing a young side in Vancouver. They're feeling confident. Orange County doesn't want to be pushed around.
Fair play to Bustos, not going to ground there to the very end. You could have taken your pick in a number of fouls there. And little handbags after that. Battle of the big men.
And a kick by Bustos, off the chest out. He's 5'5", 5'5".
Yeah,
is Marco 5'5"?
I don't know if he is.
Well, he was on the tip of his toes there, so 5'5", maybe 5'7". Norman, will he have a go? He does. Oh my goodness! He's having quite a night, isn't he? David Norman Jr. could have 3, and that one was from about 45 yards out, and it was a rope.
Love that from David Norman. The confidence to take that on from that range, knowing he's got a sweet left foot and absolute technique.
Right where it meets, bar meets post, left foot meets top corner. Oh my, something else.
Stunner.
something else. I think 32 yards out is where we have the markings from UBC Thunder football. And he did not hesitate. He was going for goal instantly.
Yeah, again, it shows, like you say, it shows the confidence that he's got in his game now, and confidence in his own ability to even attempt that.
Well, you know, we said it's an interesting situation with the first team because they're about to, in all likelihood and hopefully for fans, clinch first place in the Western Conference with a win on Sunday and be set for San Francisco. I'll tell you right now, David Norman Jr. would like to go to the National Training Center here and sleep so he can play tomorrow. And so, you know, how will these guys, where will these guys go play? Will they train with the first team? Where will they find a place to keep on playing? Some of them will want to rest, but, you know, right now there's a handful of them that want to just keep on playing soccer.
Yeah, I think that they don't really need an off-season. If they can, the facilities we've got, they can come in. And I know for sure, when I get fit, I would like a group of them to be able to train with. So, I mean, if they're local boys, they might as well come in. They're enjoying it. Just love the game, and say the facilities we have are top-notch, and I enjoy spending my days there.
Well, I enjoy coming by too and getting to chat with these guys. And listen, the odd time I walk up and get a free meal, and that never hurts me. I am a media member through and through, David Edgar.
Yeah, being.
I feel like I'm healthy when I'm around you guys.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous, the food. I know if you pop in tomorrow, we're having pulled pork because I've got to know the.
You know the menu.
Oh, I know the menu. I've got to know the girls in the kitchen really well this year. And
pulled pork Saturday.
Yeah, she told me she started preparing the pulled pork today, so I'm excited for lunch tomorrow already.
Yeah, I don't know how Carl and crew and Lenaduzzi would mind me. I think I can talk my way in for a meal. It's a wonderful facility and a good group. Oh, well, he's been everywhere. Is that red or is that yellow? Referee clearing space away. And Darnell Smith going to David Norman. Yeah, he's been everywhere in this field. Went in hard on Kobayashi there, and young Zach is down.
Yeah, I think the referee's made the right decision there. Wait to see it back in the replay, but I think it's well within his rights to go for that tackle, and I love that from David Norman Jr.
Well, were the cleats up, though?
Yeah, it starts high.
It does come up pretty. Actually got to the ball, though. Well, that's the one thing about him. He has no problem getting stuck in. He does get the ball first.
The boy just swings afterwards, and I don't like to see the other players on the other team trying to get him sent off. It's not about that. You know, we all want to win here, but I'm not trying to get players sent off.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually contacted him. The ball first. It looked like it could have been a lot nastier, but I think Zach Kobayashi obviously did get some kind of a follow-through and appears to be in pain. You don't want a season like this in the last game of the year to be ending with something that will hamper any training that's ahead. Norman, no questions asked. I think what might have been almost is Kobayashi's follow-through is right into the cleats of Norman, too.
To me, the more and more I see it, he gets the ball. It's just the stud showing for me, and the referees, again, made the right decision, the yellow card, and not sending him off.
I'm just wondering when he got the ball if his follow-through caught David's cleat as David was coming up, but it looks like Kobayashi will be okay. At least that we hope. No one is up at the bench there. Coaching staff looks on. Kobayashi will make his way and see if he's got a little bit more in him. We have played 83 minutes here at Thunderbird Stadium on the campus of the University of British Columbia on what has been a gorgeous fall evening. Barry Salkowski along with David Edgar of the Vancouver Whitecaps, former Canadian international. Remind our soccer fans, Nike's an official sponsor of the USL. For more information on it, visit NikeSoccer.com. 3-3. Does the season end in a draw for both Orange County and Whitecaps FC 2? 3 goals per half. Is there one more in here for a winner? Far side, Serban defending. And we'll see that ball go out. Keeps his opponent on his hips on the far end. And Melvin will play the short ball to DeVries. Seiler. Baldissimo hasn't had many touches since coming into the game. Matthew coming in for his brother Michael. DeVries has been steady. Had an injury that he battled this year for a couple of southern months, but he's done well to come back. But that ball is taken, and on the charge and looking for the go-ahead goal. Their first goal to take the lead is Oklahoma, and they may have an opportunity here. Shot taken, and they do. They score. Great opportunity, and the substitute Kevin June comes in, and it's 4-3 for the visitors.
Great goal from Orange County there. What a pass and a pick out from the midfielder in Orange County. And great take from June, the substitute. Just Cole Seiler couldn't quite get to it and couldn't quite get the second one. And he's taken it right in his right foot. There's not much Sean Melvin can do. Disappointing, but a great goal.
Well, Kevin June with a wonderful first touch, and it sat perfect for him. He had time to take a look. Wasn't going to strike it too hard. Inside of the right foot, curls it inside the post. As you mentioned, not much Sean Melvin can do. And although they've had the better of the play for the most part, it is Orange County who's come back, taken full advantage, greatly executing their opportunities. They've put up 4 and lead by a count of 4-3.
And that's where this Whitecaps 2 team struggled this season in terms of leadership and real professionalism, and it comes with experience. It comes with leadership qualities and really getting the team around. You don't need to go and score a fourth if you want to win a game, but you for sure do not allow them to score another 2-3 goals to go ahead.
Well, Bustos, does he have anything? He's got 8 on the year. That's a hard ball, and it can't be brought down. Maybe looking a little bit too much. It was the right idea. Bevan couldn't bring it down, and some urgency now. I think there was control 20 minutes ago. It looked like Vancouver was going to be able to see this game out, and before you know it, now they are down 4-3. Full credit to Orange County SC and their team's ability to fight back. Logan Paz, the head coach, has to be pleased with what he's seen here north of the border. Is there something left? We'll probably get at least 2 to 3 minutes of extra time. We're moving into the 88th minute here. David Norman Jr. wants the ball. He's telling everybody to rush up. It takes a while for DeVries. Seiler. Thomas Sander, a big body that was substituted in. Is there something here in this free kick opportunity? Norman, the delivery. That's a good ball. It's there. Loose bouncing. Bounces around, and Orange County gets it and quickly clears it away to halfway. The big men stay forward again. Now DeVries comes back. Cole Seiler has stayed up, though. Bustos, a long ball, goes searching. That's going to be too far. Expecting too much or maybe looking for too much. Have to remain patient. He puts up the hand and apologizes to Chris Serban, who made an effort, but there was no way he was going to get to that ball before it was crossed the byline. Charlie Line will not necessarily hurry up the cause. We got a collision of heads there. It's always dangerous. DeVries and Parra, both of them seem to be okay. Parra with a couple of goals. He's led things. Hasn't really been that involved. And he's got 2 goals, which is exactly what you want from your striker.
No, he's made himself a nuisance up there, and he's a big boy, and he's been a handful at times, but you say it's gone against the run of play. Most goals.
DeVries, long ball, goes looking. Keep control of it. it up to Caden Chung. He'll find Bustos. Checks his shoulders, see what he has. A little give and go with Gloria Amanda, but that doesn't come off. Amanda, substitute about 15 minutes ago, should have lots of energy, does. Now the clock is certainly a factor. And then the 89th minute here, and it's a 4-3 lead for the visitors. Highest scoring games that FC2 has played this year, 4-3. Do they have one more in it to end this season the right way in USL action? Five bodies up front. The line up high as far as the defenders are concerned from Orange County. Just looking for a ball to be sent in. Baldissimo will do it. Doesn't get past the center back. Walker Hume got rid of it there. Chung again. Gets past one. And there'll be some space. Norman chasing that long ball. Looked like it would be offside. Does go out of bounds. And we are now in the 90th minute. See what we have for extra time. Anticipating 3 or 4. It will be 4 minutes of extra time. 4 minutes left in the 2017 USL season for Whitecaps FC 2. Caden Chung cuts to the middle to David Norman. Out to Baldissimo. Fans try and get him going. Spike the mascot with the drum beating. Gloria Amanda tries too much but keeps it cool. Baldissimo, he'll put it into the box. A couple of Whitecaps there. Not cleared, still remains in the 18. Headed away, but not that far. Norman Jr.'s touch gets away from him trying to make a pass. He will charge back and try and take it from Parra. Parra with a nice move there, and he will go down. That will likely get a card as the referee looks for it and will hand out the yellow card to Baldissimo as Matthew gets it for the hard tackle. Parra won't be in any hurry to get up. A little bit of frustration. Opportunities lost, and that may be the theme of the season for this young team. Have played well, have learned a lot. Learning to finish is something different, though. Learning to have leads and see how to play it out. All part of the experience. Young teenage team, lots of teenage here. That ball goes in. Sean Melvin comes out. Roll it to DeVries.
Just go for it now. Get it up to the big man and see if we can get it wide and get a cross in here.
Seiler does play it to Serbin. The big man is not Bustos, but he's the guy you want the ball with, has control. Serbin again, he'll look to cross it in. That's pretty good and effective. Far post and through! It got past Thomas Sander, but Caden Chung was there and I think just didn't anticipate that it might get through to him. A bounce in front of him, didn't know what to do with it. Heads it down, an opportunity lost for the Whitecaps.
I think he almost goes with his hand here because he knows it's past him. Oh, no, he does get a head on it.
Arm goes out, hand goes out, but head gets a piece of it. Difficult to handle. Never really anticipating that to get all the way through, and did. There might be one last chance in this. Darnell Smith, the referee, not looking at his watch yet. Collision coming here, but Marco Bustos gets the ball. Now where does he go? 4 Whitecaps up front. More have to charge up. DeVries the long ball to Serbin. Not good enough though. It will be a throw, and quickly he looks for the ball from the ball boy. Serbin goes back. The New Zealanders ball, and Thomas Sander is up. It doesn't get to him though. Now it's a race for it. Orange County will pick it up, but Bustos is there, falls down, has to be quick with it, gives it to Norman. Norman, little cheeky touch to Caden Chung. He goes down hard. One more opportunity. Can there be? Line is high from OKC. Ball is deep. Serbin's far side. Doesn't get through to him. Gloria Amanda does have it. Will there be one more opportunity? Amanda thinks he'll go. Blocked. Parra is there. Does well to shield the ball. DeVries has to come through him. Smart play, and that might just about do it. The visitors leading by 1 second, counting down on this USL season for Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2. Parra outside. Try and kill the game out there. Take it to the corner flag, and they do. Trying to see it out on the clock. A good battle, and that will be it. An entertaining way to finish the season. 7 goals put up on the board. Thomas Center, the Vancouver Whitecaps 2. Not the way they wanted to end the season. Season of difficulty, a season of learning, a season in which they will leave with 5 wins. But an entertaining display of soccer tonight, David Edgar, with a young team that's got an awful lot of experience in this past season.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. And it'll stand these young boys in good stead in their careers and whatever happens in the future for them. Some good performances throughout the season, some poor performances, and they'll learn from it. So I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know the boys, and they're all good professionals and good kids, and wish them the best.
Celebration and handshakes for a game well fought and a season full of adventures and experiences. We'll be back with more from UBC right after this.
Fans, how's it going? My name is Chuboy, your resident video game expert. So I play the video game FIFA for a living, and the great thing about the game is that a player's stats in the game tell you a lot about how the player plays like on the real pitch. Now the Whitecaps just signed a new player, Nasa, from Nigeria. He's from the same country I was born in, so I'm very excited about the signing. Let's use FIFA 17 to show you what he can bring to the team.
So here's what you need to know about Nasa. He's a box-to-box midfielder with lots of experience, having played over 300 professional games, including 2 seasons in Spain's top flight. More impressively, he's played 25 matches amongst Europe's best in the UEFA Champions League and Europa League. To top things off, he's an international champion after winning the African Cup of Nations with Nigeria. What are his main strengths? First, he's great on the ball. With 76 dribbling and 85 agility, he's tough to defend. In FIFA, he has a 4-star skill rating similar to the likes of Real Madrid's Luka Modric. This means he's capable of pulling off some impressive skills on the pitch. His other strength is his 77 physicality rating. With 77 strength, he'll be able to hold his own against some of the toughest defenders in MLS. And with 83 stamina, he'll keep the fight going until the final whistle. I think he's going to be a great addition to the squad, and I can't wait to see him play at BC Place.
So there you go. I hope that video was useful for you, and I hope it gave you a better idea what NASA is all about. Until next time, Whitecaps fans, peace.
Rain is going to be fun to watch.
Again, another Whitecaps can break it. It's Jordi Reyna. Away he goes. Reyna accelerating away. The chair is way up into the plate, but offside. Couldn't get on the end of that one as they chase here and steal the ball away. He's fouled right on half of the area. Nowinski with the cross. Reyna! This is Jordi Reyna picking it up just outside the box. Jordi Reyna with an absolutely spectacular finish to make it 2-0 for the Whitecaps. What a strike from Jordi Reyna. Bernie Abini. Reyna! Number 3 for the Peruvians.
And welcome back as fans making their way on the field. Celebration as the season ends here for Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2. Phones out, pictures to be taken. Fans, I'm going to assume it's probably jersey night. Wouldn't be surprised if they will be given jerseys here. Unsure of the situation, but I think that's the case. Of this, we are positive. The match stats. 4 goals to 3 is what mattered the most. 18 shots for FC2. Boy, the Whitecaps were just pushing and pushing. Only 4 shots on target for the winners. 4 shots, you got some 4 goals. Possession was pretty much as even as you can find. Not many offsides at all in this game. Yellow cards were 1 apiece for Whitecaps. In fact, I think Whitecaps FC2 had a couple of yellow cards late in the minutes. As far as excitement and goals, there were plenty of them, and it continued early on. This was a beauty. One touch, one touch, one touch, and in the 15th minute, that's Myra Bevan, the New Zealander, scoring to make it a 1-0 game. Then against the flow of play, what a wonderful touch this was, and a great shot there as Parra scores to make the game a 1-1 score. David Norman, the play to Campbell, back to David Norman Jr. for his first professional goal. The left footer curling in off the post, and number 42 had made it a 2-1 lead at the half. In the second half of play, the goals kept on coming. Shot let going, good hustle. One chance, good save by Lyon in goal, but it would be Port Coquitlam's Caden Chung sliding in. At that point, it's 3-1, and this young Whitecaps FC 2 team looked like they were in control, but a loose ball, and Zach Kobayashi brings it down after it hits the crossbar, and that makes it a 3-2 game. And then with an opportunity, Kobayashi looks over it, but it's Parra, and it goes right through the wall between Norman and DeVries. Sean Melvin thinking that was protected, and they're dancing because they've tied it up. And then there would be one more opportunity, and the late substitute, Kevin June, curls in the right footer and celebrates as Orange County down 3-1, score 3 unanswered, and will leave with their last game a 4-3 win to end the USL season. Cole Seiler and others shaking hands with some of the fans who have been loyal out here for this team that plays out at UBC and was out in Langley, FC2, and part of our community and good soccer. And what a year it has been for David Norman Jr. Been rock solid for him, his first professional year, and others like Thomas Sanner, who enjoyed it. Disappointing when the season comes to an end. Life of a professional soccer player. Brent Levi's life of a pro player means you get hurt sometimes, and you fight hard, and you come back, and that young man will take Levi's and his number 46 jersey and remember that very well. So on a gorgeous night at UBC, leave with smiles. Unfortunately, they don't finish the season with a win, but it has been a whole lot of fun to watch these young guys do their thing. Gorgeous night. Thank you very much for joining us. On behalf of David Edgar and our entire crew here out at UBC covering this USL game, I'm Perry Solkowski. Thanks for tuning in, and so long from Thunderbird Stadium on the campus of the University of British Columbia.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.